Welcome, Cougars, to our first ever virtual Welcome Week. My name is Joanna Kelly, and I work in the Office of Campus Life and Student Engagement. We hope you are all doing well during this very interesting time and are so thankful you can join us today. For those of you who are new students, Welcome Week is an opportunity for us to welcome both our new and returning students. Today is our Campus Resource Fair that will showcase all the beneficial resources that College of the Canyons has to offer. We usually would be on campus right now with all our booths set up, either in the cafeteria at the Valencia campus or Cougar Way at the Canyon Country campus. So this is definitely different for us, but I hope it will be as informative and helpful like it always is. We are so excited to be joined today by staff from our various campus departments/programs. Thank you all for taking the time to share what your department is and how you can help support students. We actually had our special populations session and general student support services session earlier, but right now we have our last but not least session of the day, which is our academic support services session. All of these sessions will be recorded, so even if you miss a portion, you can come back to our page at a later date, www.canyons.edu/welcomeweek2020 to watch the videos once they are uploaded. Some housekeeping items to keep in mind are when you enter this Zoom session, you'll be automatically muted. Panelists, please remember to unmute yourself when it is your turn to speak. We will be introducing you. Please note that this is an informational session. Please feel free to utilize the chat to ask questions, and we will try our best to answer them in a timely manner. Panelists, please remember you have approximately 5 minutes to present your department/program. Also, if you ever want to step out of the session for any reason and ask any questions to our departments, we will have some separate Zoom rooms running at the same time as this session. Some of our departments have regular Zoom hours. Some of them have set up Zoom rooms just for today's event only, and others do not have a separate room to meet in today. For those that do, we will have the meeting ID/link on their individual slide, so please feel free to screenshot or take a photo of the slide. We also will be sharing a link in the chat that will provide you with the links to those separate Zoom rooms if they are available. Lastly, we will be available after the event in the case that you have any questions. So we're just going to answer any of those general questions that you might have. We are now ready for our first presenter, which is Michael McCaffrey from the art department. So feel free to take it away, Michael.
Hello, virtual welcome weekers. I'm beaming in here from Glendale, sunny Glendale, and I'm glad you could join us. I am the chair of the art department at College of the Canyons, and we are one of 7 departments that make up the School of Visual and Performing Arts. Specifically, our areas of study split into 2 distinct categories. In the visual arts, we offer courses in drawing, life drawing, sculpture and 3D design, watercolor, acrylic and oil painting, printmaking, and last but not least, illustration. In addition, we also have an art history track, which includes survey courses of art history from prehistoric times until the 20th century, art appreciation classes, as well as non-Western art history classes, specifically one course in Asian art history and another course in art history of the ancient Americas. What can you do with the career with a degree in the visual arts? Well, certainly you can become a fine artist, which indeed is what I am by trade and training. But also we plug into many other areas of both the School of Visual and Performing Arts, but also the campus as a whole. For instance, many of our students use skills which they hone in courses in the art department, like life drawing, to become animators or video game designers, illustrators, and many, many more occupations in the field of commercial art. Meantime, art historians very often work in a diverse range of occupations too, such as museum curators. That would be the person who organizes the exhibitions that museums put on, conservators, which are the people who, of course, take care of the artwork, art appraisers, so that's something that auction houses use quite frequently, and also other things like gallery director as well. We offer two kind of degrees, both transfer degrees, which if you follow this program will lead to transfer to both California State Universities and the University of California as well. And we have two transfer degrees, one in the studio arts and also one which recently came online in art history too. Other campus resources, other places where the arts are active and visible on the campus and which are directly related to our courses of study in art and art history are, for instance, the College of the Canyons Art Gallery, which is an over 2,000 square foot dedicated space that offers up to 5 to 6 exhibitions per year. In addition, we run a thriving and vibrant and creative COC Art Club, as well as a COC Illustration Club. And they both exhibit their work throughout the campus and also put on other events related to the arts as well. Other places in which art is visible on campus are not only in the public art sculptures on display on the Valencia campus, which were inspired by a training workshop that some of us attended, but also the Student Art Purchase Awards, which are administered each year by the Art Gallery, and which give students a chance to sell their work to become part of the College of the Canyons permanent public art collection. So those works are frequently on display throughout various campus buildings, not only the actual art building at Mentry Hall itself. A final thing I want to highlight is our study abroad program to Italy, specifically to Rome, Italy, which ran at least each year until it was cruelly ended by COVID-19 recently. But during our Rome study abroad program, 12 to 24 COC students live for 4 to 5 weeks in the city of Rome. We also take site trips to various other famous art locations in Italy, such as, of course, Venice, also Milan, where students view Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, and then also to Naples to see the Roman ruins at Pompeii. Students live independently in the program, so it's almost like for 4 to 5 weeks they live as Romans. They do their own shopping, they do their own laundry, they work out all of the kind of details of life, albeit on foreign soil, and they attend class 5 days a week, where they see firsthand great works of art and great works of architecture, which in many cases need no introduction. But we feel it's one of the many life-changing experiences we offer as a department, because upon seeing those works in context in the city of Rome and other great Italian cities, students, of course, see these works in a fresh, new light, and in many cases have been inspired to change majors as a result. Other aspects of the Rome Study Abroad program teach you about Italian culture. There's also a cooking culinary class and many other exciting things that you can participate in on the study abroad trip as well. So I believe that's probably close to my 5 minutes up. I see at least one message in the chat. If you have any questions for me, for sure you could leave them in the chat, as Lynn mentioned, as Joanna mentioned. Otherwise, I'm happy to be available to answer any of your questions. You can always email me and I'll happily answer any inquiries that you have.
Thank you, Michael, for all that helpful information for students, especially aspiring artists or any student who wants to pursue that field. I know myself, I have yet to visit the art gallery on the Valencia campus. So I'm looking forward to that once campus reopens. So for our next guest is from our counseling department, and our presenter today is Elizabeth Shaquet, and you can feel free to take it away.
All right, thanks, Joanna. Well, welcome everybody. This is definitely a new format for us to be doing our welcome week in, and I do miss seeing you. I opened up the participants link and I see one of my students, so hi Kaylee. Anyway, with that, welcome. I'm here to share some information about the counseling department and what we do and what services and resources we have. So our goal is to support you. We are here to help students with your academic, career, and personal goals as they relate to your academic and careers. So we have counselors available to meet with students one-on-one through online counseling appointments right now. Our appointments are an hour in length. So during that time, we really get a chance to get to know you in terms of what your goals and interests are and how we can link those to careers and what majors lead to those careers. So I really encourage you, if you haven't yet scheduled an appointment, we welcome you to do that. You could schedule an appointment online and we can develop a comprehensive educational plan where we map out semester by semester what you need to get to your goal. And if you're not sure what that end goal is, we're here to help you explore that. We do a lot of work with career counseling. We've got some great career assessments like the Myers-Briggs, the Strong Interest Inventory, really helping you learn more about, I mean, no one knows you better than you know yourself, but these career assessments definitely help us link your strengths, your interests, passions, skills, abilities, and values with the world of work to see what's out there and what would be a good fit for you. So that at the end of the day, you're energized and leaving a career that you feel satisfied in. So we could definitely schedule appointments to do career counseling. We're also available throughout the week during our open hours for what we call express drop-in counseling. So express drop-in counseling, those are shorter sessions, about 10, 15 minutes in length with a counselor. You can log in straight from our homepage. There's a link to Express Drop-In Counseling. You'll be greeted and then you'll be put in a breakout room with a counselor. So you can meet one-on-one to get quick questions answered. So we're definitely there to support you. So we really want you to know that even though our doors physically aren't open, we are totally here to support you. All student services are here in a remote format. So please know that we're here. On our slide, we have our express drop-in hours. So you've got that there. We are on social media and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We do post a lot of great information about upcoming workshops, events, transfer opportunities, which is also another part of what we do in the counseling office. We have different workshops throughout the semester. For those of you that are getting ready to transfer next fall, applications open soon. Actually, today the tags opened for the UCs. So we do have transfer workshops. We also have reps come from the different transfer institutions, and right now they're available to meet with students individually on Zoom appointments. So we've got our reps from our local Cal State, UCs, some out-of-state schools. So definitely check out our transfer link off of the counseling website. In addition to appointments and we do offer workshops. So on our homepage, there's a link to online workshops. We do workshops for students that might be in academic difficulty. We also do workshops that are related to careers. For those that are pre-nursing, we've got a great pre-nursing workshop because with any case, and especially with nursing, there are many ways to get to one place. So we really want to share all that information with our students. So it's an hour-and-a-half workshop for our pre-nursing students to help them learn about the different pathways. We also have workshops. We have a special program on campus called the Pathway to Law School program. And I have the pleasure of working very closely with Nicole Fadre, who's our department chair for our paralegal studies program, and she's an attorney herself. So the two of us champion the Pathway to Law School program, and we're here to help students that are interested. So we do have workshops on law school preparation and our transfer workshops. So those are some of the things that we do in the counseling office. I forgot to mention one more thing too, our counseling classes. So in addition to the services, we do offer counseling courses. So we have student success courses, career and life planning, transfer planning, learning to learn, like really understanding how your brain works and how you can exercise your brain to really learn and retain the information so that you are learning that long term. So we've got some neat classes as well. And I have my timer going. I have 23 seconds. So real quick, for anybody that's here from my class, I did promise extra credit. So I'm glad you're here. Just send a little chat and write down your name because I'm still learning names. But you could just put your name in there and put Counseling 110 Liz, and I'll make sure to record that. Okay, and then you're always welcome to email us if you have additional questions. It's just counseling@canyons.edu. And that's my timer. Go me. Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, Liz, for all that helpful information. I know definitely your department really does help students stay on the path and reach, their potential and success, especially as they go to transfer. Okay, so for our next presenter, it's Amy Foote, and she is from our lovely MESA program. So please take it away, Amy.
Great. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Again, my name is Amy Foote, and I am the MESA Program Director. As far as what MESA does to help out students, I'd like to kind of just tell you a little bit about it. Who we serve are usually our first generation and underrepresented students in a calculus-based STEM major, and that's science, technology, engineering, and math. What MESA actually stands for is Math, Engineering, Science Achievement. So we are a program on campus that if you are a biology, a math, a chemistry, physics, engineering, or computer science major, and you are either first generation and you get financial aid, you would be what we call a fully qualified member. So how this works basically is we have fully qualified and we have friends of MESA. So if you don't happen to fit into that first generation category, we still have part of a program for you where we also have services. As far as MESA is concerned, we do have benefits for you. We do have a center on campus, but of course with COVID, we are unable to hold any kind of services on campus right now. But we do have a Canvas shell, which we have a lot of information, and we have all of our schedules for tutors and activities and presentations. So, we're working with everybody on these virtual modalities right now. But as far as our program benefits, some of the things that we are known for is our STEM tutoring. We, along with the Learning Center, we also have tutoring specific to the courses that you are taking in STEM. So your science and math courses and computer science. With this, our tutors are online right now, but if we were in the center, we would also have tutors actually face-to-face with you. We also have what we call academic excellence workshops, which is kind of like tutoring, but it's a little bit more specific and a little bit more intense. That academic excellence workshops are workshops where we actually team up with your professor and have study groups where we give you extra practice problems so you become an expert every week in the topic that you're learning within your class. We also have textbooks to check out. So any of your STEM textbooks we have in the center. And even though we're not there, we are checking out textbooks to students that need them as long as we have them. We do also have counseling. I know that Elizabeth just spoke about counseling, but we also have 3 counselors that are dedicated to MESA students. And they are there to help you with your ed plan, talk to you about what colleges, what universities that have the programs that you're interested in going to, whether it be civil engineering, or it might be pre-med or a chemistry major. So we definitely have that type of counseling, and that we do coincide a lot of our workshops that we have with the Transfer Center as well. We do have, and we know that not only are you here for your academics, but your long-term goal is to get some type of a career within your field. So we do have professional development workshops where we bring in presenters from industry to come in and talk to you about what kind of skills are they looking for, what do you need to do in order to prepare to get those jobs. Also, we have workshops specifically on financial aid, UC applications, how to network, how to get your resume together. So more professional development on yourself so that you then can go forward and look for some things such as research opportunities or internships. We work very closely with NASA JPL, Northrop Grumman, with UCLA MedPep programs and care extenders. So what our job is to facilitate you meeting these different entities to get you the experience and exposure that you need above and beyond just your schoolwork. We definitely are here also to help you getting scholarships. When you get applications for scholarships, sometimes it's a little difficult to navigate how to do those. And we are here to help you as well with that. Our #1 goal is to see you complete and be successful in all of your courses, and then take that information and go on to a four-year university and finish up your degree. With our center, it includes myself as well as Joni McMahon, who is our STEM coordinator. We do have a website on the COC main website. All you have to do is go A through Z and put in M for MESA, and you'll find our, our website. On that website, it will go through all of the not only benefits, but it will also talk about the requirements. Yes, there are requirements of being in our MESA program. Some of those requirements happen to be that you spend a certain amount of hours in the MESA Center getting tutoring and stuff like that. Well, we're not there right now because of COVID, so we do have online check-ins weekly that you would be doing. And we also have not only the weekly check-ins, but we also have the activities that are on Zoom. So all of these things together are to help you move forward to getting your degree. And on that website, there are a lot of other information about the requirements and so forth that you would need to do in order to be a MESA student. Now, currently, our website is being worked on a little bit, so I do want to give you that little caveat. So on the slide here, I do want you all to put down my email address, which is amy.foote, F-O-O-T-E, @canyons.edu. We are currently taking applications. We have about maybe 20 spots left in the MESA program. So if you were interested in at least learning more about it or filling out an application, please contact me or Joni, and we will get together with you and get you those applications so that you can potentially get into the program. So please, by all means, reach out to me. We are here to help you get through your academics here in STEM, in the STEM field. Again, thank you all for coming this afternoon, and I look forward to seeing many of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. I really appreciate all that helpful information on how to apply for your program. So right now, we're gonna go into our next presenter, which is from our School of Personal and Professional Learning. And our presenter today is Rosario Gonzalez. So feel free to start when you want.
Thank you. Hello, welcome. Once again, my name is Rosario Gonzalez, and I work in the School of Personal and Professional Learning here at College of the Canyons. The School of Personal and Professional Learning offers free classes covering a variety of courses, such as computer classes, career skills classes, which include time management, business writing, critical thinking, problem solving, workplace communication, customer service, negotiations, self-awareness, and personalized career planning. We also offer GED prep classes, vocational programs such as construction technology, human resource management, instructional aid. We have classes for older adults, Spanish for healthcare workers. We have CBEST preparation. College skills include how to succeed in credit and online courses, available resources, and goal settings. But wait, there's more. We also have adult and pediatric CPR, first aid, and AED, and personal training preparation, excuse me. And how about some basic English and math support classes to brush up on your skills? Did I mention these classes are free and you can earn some certificates too? And you can take these classes from the comfort and convenience of your home with a variety of different starting dates available. If you are interested, you can also visit our website at www.canyons.edu/ppl. And our whole schedule is there with all the classes we offer. They're all free for you guys to take advantage of them. So I will be in a Zoom if you have any questions in a Zoom room. If you have any questions, just feel free to hop in and I'll be waiting and I can answer your questions.
Thank you, Rosario. I think this is such a great resource for students. I know when I see free, I'm there. So I hope all of our students take advantage at least of one of these classes.
Yeah, and they actually generate a certificate. So let's say a lot of students, you know, they're out of high school. A lot of them don't have job experience or working experience. Taking these courses, getting a certificate, putting that on your resume is a plus.
Yes, definitely. I agree. I think especially how things are now, the more certificates you have, the better, and like the more experience you have, the better. So thank you very much, Rosario. And up next is Sarah Brashears from the library.
Hey everyone. And in addition to me, we also have Jennifer Thompson, another one of our librarians here. And go ahead, Jennifer.
Oh, I said hi, everyone.
Okay, sorry. And we're just going to talk today a little bit about some of our library services, another free resource to students. Of course, all of those resources cost us some money, but everything that we have, all of our electronic resources, books, materials, everything is designed with our students in mind. So everything that we collect is based on the courses taught on campus, which really helps when it comes to research. So Jennifer, you can take it away.
So really quickly, we wanted to talk to you about our online databases that we have available to you. We also have LibGuides. These are research guides that link you to databases that we recommend depending on the subjects that you are studying right now. So you can go to any of those pages through our homepage, and we have dozens of databases. These are general databases as well as subject-specific databases. So if you need articles, if you want to stream documentaries or some videos, we have a long list of databases available to you all, as well as ebooks. Now, because the library is closed, there are no staff in there right now, so our access to physical books are limited, but we have an ebook database that has over 100,000 ebooks available. So definitely use our databases, our OneSearch, which is our library system where you can search for any of our books, and also a large percentage of our articles that we have available to you all. And I wanted to also start with the chat reference. So we have 24-hour Ask a Librarian chat reference. And at the hours that you see on the slide here, those are the hours in which you will get a COC librarian. Outside of those hours, so let's say you're doing something closer to midnight, hopefully you're not that last minute, but we do know that that happens. If you are doing something last minute and you need help from a librarian, that service is available, but you will not get a COC librarian. So the access to our databases, if they are helping you with that, would be limited. And I'll let Sarah continue with Zoom. Oh, I think my colleague has frozen actually, so I'll keep going. So we also have Zoom hours where you can chat with a librarian one-on-one. And so, are you back, Sarah? I was just getting to Zoom.
I'm back. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
Yeah, no worries. You can go ahead.
So we have a Zoom room, which the hours listed here, it's Monday through Saturday. We have hours that you can go on and actually just hop on from the library's homepage and chat with a librarian. And this is great because we can share screens and help you along in your research process, help you with your works cited pages, and all sorts of other great things that we can do from there. Additionally, we have a YouTube channel that will be having some more videos posted soon. And you'll likely see us popping into some of your classes. We do come in and teach library workshop sessions, and you can always just reach out to us via email. All of our contact info is available on the website. Did you have anything else you'd like to add, Jennifer?
No, you can also follow us on the social media. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram, and as the semester continues, we will be providing more content on there and also highlighting some of the videos that we have on YouTube. So definitely check us out there.
Thank you very much, Jennifer and Sarah. We really appreciate all the hard work you've been doing, especially with everything being remote right now. So up next is the Learning Center, and our presenter today is Matthew Lewis. So feel free to take it away.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew Lewis. I'm a senior lead tutor over at the Learning Center, which, as we've talked about with a few other facilities that are on College of the Canyons campus, is a free resource for all students who are currently enrolled to get free tutoring assistance in a wide variety of the classes. The main, sorry, my brain totally froze there for a second. The main subjects that we cover over at the TLC lab are within writing, math, and computer sciences, as well as going over things in humanities, some of the soft Englishes, sciences, engineering, computer sciences, as well as offering Canvas support. During the current semester and the times that we are living in, we are currently offering online tutoring resources via Zoom. So if you go to our website, canyons.edu/TLC, you can find a variety of resources that will link you directly to our individual Zoom chats for our writing department, for our math department, as well as our computer sciences and Canvas support departments. We also have Canvas support available at all times for our students. There is an email that you can contact us at cvsupport@canyons.edu, as well as a 24/7 number that you can call and be able to get any assistance needed, and we will always get back to you at our earliest convenience and ability. Our current hours that are running for the semester are Mondays through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., and on Fridays we'll be running from 12 p.m. to 3. You can also find us on some social medias. We have an Instagram page, Facebook, and a Twitter. So that's the most of it there. If there are any other questions, you feel free to swing by the TLC. We are open currently right now, so most of my coworkers are currently on the clock and assisting other students with classes. If you need assistance, even just working on papers assignments, figuring out formatting, we have a variety of tutors who are ready to assist anyone to help you get that cleanup on your work and get you to a higher level of success here at the college. So we hope that you come by. Just always make sure to have your student ID with you so that we can sign you in and give you assistance, and we'll be willing to work with you all day.
Thank you so much, Matthew. I know the TLC, especially when I was an undergrad, was vital to me being successful in my classes. So thank you for sharing all that information. Up next is Patty Robinson, who's our next presenter from the Center for Civic Engagement. So take it away.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And it's a real pleasure to be here to tell you a little bit about the Center for Civic Engagement. Just to give you some historical context, because a little bit different than being an actual program, started out as an initiative. About 5 years ago, I transitioned from being in administration, wanting to go back to faculty, because I was so concerned with what was happening and what I was seeing with regard to students not being engaged and not getting excited about community engagement, civic engagement, and democratic engagement. And so the Center for Civic Engagement was in fact established. And as part of this center, there are certain kinds of things that we're looking at. As I said, my goal is to really get students engaged. I want to get them excited about what's happening in the world. I want them to get excited about politics. I want them to get excited about giving back to their communities. And so certainly a big part of what we do with the center is that we provide workshops for both faculty and students. We put on a variety of events. We've had everything from a hunger banquet to having all kinds of guest presentations by, in many cases, very, very important and influential people, not only locally, but also nationwide. We also have held a series of dialogues over the past few years, and we're going to get those started up again. And then also we've held 3 community college summits, and we plan to have another one at the end of this semester, which will be focused on civic engagement, but also bring into account the work that our students are doing in project-based learning, which is sort of the second component of the Center for Civic Engagement. Many of you are probably familiar with service learning, the old program, which in fact would have students go out and provide community service to a local organization. We found that that was no longer really working on our campus because students were getting too hung up on the idea of, I just need the hours, rather than thinking in terms of the impact they were providing. So our community-based learning program has really transitioned over the past year and a half to look at project-based learning. And what we're doing there is really putting a focus on getting students involved in authentic, real-life, wicked problems that are out there, that they can start to think in terms of how they can provide solutions. We emphasize design thinking and social innovation and social action, and really have them look at the assets that our community has to offer rather than the deficits. And this is, again, really trying to connect our students with our community and those individuals out there who can provide students with not only knowledge of what's going on in their sites, but also to provide networking opportunities. We also have just created a 15-unit civic engagement certificate. We have not offered the classes yet, but we have partnered with Cal State Northridge, and our goal is that students who are getting ready to transfer to CSUN, if they in fact can take some of the required courses that are part of our certificate, they can transition to CSUN with 9 units of CSUN's 18-unit certificate already completed. So it's a really nice pathway that we've worked on as a way to, again, get students excited about civic engagement and then moving on to Cal State Northridge and being able to continue and get an actual minor in civic engagement at that campus. Also, what we've been working on is that right now I'm working on 2 major grant efforts, one of which is called the PLACE Project. We're looking at housing insecurity and affordability. And if students are interested in working on that project with us, I'd love to have them contact me. And then also, because we're getting close to the election on in November, we have the Engage the Vote group that I'm now working with. So depending on what's happening in the real world, that's what we're really starting to focus on. Lastly, I just wanted to mention we have a CBL website. Again, go to the main homepage, scroll to the C's, scroll down to community-based learning. We are building that website up this semester. We also have a variety of scholarship opportunities that are available for students participating in civic engagement and community-based learning. And then also, I'm the advisor for our new chapter, relatively new chapter, the National Society of Leadership and Success. And so we're also encouraging students who are interested in leadership opportunities to consider joining our program, or I should say our honor society. So with that, I will get over into the Zoom room as well, and certainly you can ask me any questions, and then always feel free to contact me at patty.robinson@canyons.edu.
Great. Thank you, Patty, for all the hard work you've been doing over the years in regards to civic engagement, especially with it being an election year, very important year. It's definitely going to be important for us to, especially with ASG also, for us to get students actively engaged. Okay, so last but not least is our next presenter, which is Charles Johnson, and he is from our mathematics department. So take it away.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Last but not least, save the best for last. Mathematics is everyone's favorite subject. I know that. It's the easiest one out there. I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep it very brief. go over, well, I don't really have anything to go over because I don't have pictures up here, but the math placement levels. We have 5 different math placement levels based on your high school GPA and your grade point average. So when you go through the assessment center, you'll get a placement into one of the different levels. You'll get a STEM placement. You heard the MESA director, Amy Foote, talk about STEM, science, technology, or engineering, math placement, or you'll get a non-STEM placement, sometimes called a liberal arts placement. So there's different options for those. I have some links for you guys to see these. First one is the mathematics department webpage. There's a lot of information there. And then from the assessment center, here are your placement levels. So if you find that you're placed into a level that you feel is way below you, maybe you feel like you're incorrectly placed, I'm your guy to contact in terms of a you need to go through admissions or records and fill out a prerequisite challenge form, and I'm the one who reviews that and determines if it's approved or not. So I welcome those prerequisite challenges. I have seen some cases where students were clearly underplaced and should be placed in higher classes. Math consortium, that's really not my thing. I'm actually quite surprised it's on this slide, but we do have a little bit of information about the math consortium at this website here. One of my colleagues, Colette Gibson, leads the math consortium. Just very quickly, we work in conjunction with the Hart District to try to have a concerted efforts between the two to help bridge the gap between students coming from high school into the college atmosphere. It's a wonderful committee. I don't have a lot to do with it, so that's all I'm going to say about that. You can see more at that website. School of Professional and Personal Learning. They talked about our non-credit classes. So obviously we offer a lot of credit classes. We've always done that. It's the non-credit classes that are becoming more popular these days. And so we've got 8 new non-credit courses that we're offering starting that they just started yesterday. So they were late start classes to try to catch students that possibly were in over their head in their math classes. So as was stated already, they're completely free. And what's nice, I don't think this was mentioned, in these math courses, you could work at your own pace. I've got some other information to throw up there in the chat for you. As was already mentioned, these classes are free of charge, no textbook, don't have to purchase anything. Sorry, the formatting did not come out so great there. There's no prerequisite. You can take one here, one there, doesn't matter the order you take them in. They don't appear on your transcripts. They're offered 100% online at your own pace. There is an instructor that gives feedback, and they're 10 hours of instruction per course. If you group them correctly, as you'll see in the School of Professional and Personal Learning website, you can get a certificate of achievement. I can't remember if it's competency or achievement. You can get a certificate if you take these courses. And what's cool about these is they can be added as late as November 2nd. You can take the 10 hours in 1 week and get it done, or you could take it over the semester, those kinds of things. I'm about done here. Yes, we have 20 full-time faculty and about 60 part-time faculty who are currently teaching for us. I have more faculty and more part-time than that, so I have the biggest department on campus. It's a lot of work. So if you have any more questions about your placement, prerequisite challenge, if you ever have any issues with your classes and you want to talk about them, that's my email address. Feel free to email me at any time. And I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you guys today. Best of luck to you all.
Thank you, Charlie, for all that helpful information in regards to math placement and our math department in general. So that concludes our last presenter for today. So I just wanted to thank you to all the staff for taking the time to share with us all this valuable information. Also, thank you to you all for tuning into this session this afternoon. As a reminder, we will be having Club Fest tomorrow. So we have our morning kind of session from 12 to 2. And then 2 to 4. So definitely go onto our website, as I mentioned earlier, www.canyons.edu/welcome week 2020. And you can enter either of those sessions, and we have a list of all the clubs that will be involved. And then also right now, we're gonna hang out if you want to ask any general questions. But other than that, we are concluding the Campus Resource Fair. Thank you and have a great rest of your afternoon.